Ferrari, a name synonymous with power and performance, is known for its roaring engines and iconic designs. In this video, we'll explore the buzz around an electric Ferrari, what it means for the brand, and what we can expect from this potential game changer. Is Tesla getting desperate? On June 12, 2024, Tesla UK announced a new promotion of 15,000 miles of free supercharger access for customers who take delivery of a new Tesla before July 1st. This move suggests Tesla might be facing inventory issues, with some vehicles still sitting unsold. The cynical view is that Tesla is getting desperate to shift some cars, as some commentators faced it. The free charging incentive could be seen as an attempt to clear out unsold stock before the quarter ends. These unsold vehicles, some reports suggest, are languishing on docks, potentially losing battery efficiency before even reaching customers. While Tesla UK's social media announcement lacked complete details, an email shared online hinted that the offer applies primarily to existing inventory vehicles. This could be a way to incentivize purchases without discounting base prices. Tesla's message emphasizes the freedom to travel anywhere with their extensive supercharger network. However, the critique highlights the dependence on pre-planned charging stops. The concern raised is, why would you want to plan your route according to charging stations? The comparison is drawn to traditional gasoline vehicles, where route planning based on fuel stations is mostly a thing of the past. This critique argues that planning trips around charging infrastructure is a step backward, potentially hindering the convenience electric vehicles were supposed to offer. This Tesla promotion adds fuel, pun intended, to the ongoing debate about the feasibility of a rapid transition to EVs by 2050. The author, who previously discussed the fantasy of such a transition due to raw material limitations and grid capacity issues, sees this promotion as another example. The final point connects the dots. EV mandates and copper mining bans are mutually exclusive. As governments push for rapid EV adoption and renewable energy, the demand for copper, a key battery material, could create environmental issues through increased mining. And this reframed version of the original text maintains the core points, but avoids accusatory language. It highlights the promotion, potential reasons behind it, and the broader concerns about the feasibility of a rapid EV transition. It allows you to form your own conclusions about the Tesla motives and the future of electric transportation. The EV revolution faces a significant hurdle, and that's copper. A recent International Energy Forum report paints a stark picture. Electrifying the global vehicle fleet by 2050 would require a staggering 55% increase in new copper mines on top of existing needs. Furthermore, this would necessitate mining double the total copper extracted throughout human history within the next 30 years. Global copper demand is projected to double by 2035, and this presents a strategic advantage for China, which controls a whopping 44% of the world's refined copper supply, more than 6 times its nearest competitor. However, even China's vast copper reserves may not be enough. The recent failed merger attempts between mining giants BHP and Anglo American illustrate the growing strain. BHP sought $35 billion, then $50 billion worth of Anglo American's copper assets, but both bids fell through. Professor Adam C. Simon, co-author of the International Energy Forum report, argues for a reevaluation of mining. He proposes reorganizing mining as essential for the energy transition and encourages responsible exploration and development of copper mines. The issue becomes even more complex when considering the role of copper in development. Copper is a crucial component in electronics, and rising prices due to scarcity could make access to basic technologies like smartphones more difficult for developing nations. This hinders their efforts to bridge the digital divide. EVs themselves present a significant challenge. A typical EV requires roughly 200 pounds of copper, 4 times the amount needed for a gasoline-powered car. However, environmental concerns often lead to opposition to new copper mines. This creates a catch-22. How can we achieve the EV transition and net zero goals by 2050 without sufficient copper? The answer remains elusive. The mention of Ferrari's upcoming electric model with authentic engine sounds highlights a potential disconnect between the technology and the driving experience some car enthusiasts value. The concern is that EVs might not fully satisfy the desires of performance-oriented drivers. This revised version avoids negativity towards EVs but acknowledges the copper challenge. The world of EVs is taking a unique turn with Ferrari's upcoming electric model. While details remain scarce, the Italian automaker is making a bold statement. Their first battery-powered car will retain the raw driver experience that's synonymous with the Ferrari brand. A key element of this experience seems to be sound. Ferrari plans to incorporate artificial engine noise similar to the Hyundai Ioniq 5. This approach is strong criticism for feeling inauthentic, raising questions about the balance between technological innovation and preserving the traditional driving experience. For some enthusiasts, the roar of a combustion engine is an integral part of the Ferrari allure. Artificial noise might feel like a cheap imitation, diminishing the emotional connection drivers have with the brand. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, General Motors has adjusted its EV production targets for 2024. Citing lower than anticipated demand, GM has scaled back production from a range of 200 to 300,000 units to about 200,000 to 250,000. And this news fuels concerns about the overall health of the EV market, suggesting a potential disconnect between government projections and consumer behavior. GM's production slowdown raises questions about consumer enthusiasm for EVs. While governments push for rapid EV adoption, some factors like upfront costs, charging infrastructure limitations, and range anxiety might be hindering widespread acceptance. Despite these challenges, there are glimmers of hope. The recent discovery of Europe's largest rare earth deposit in Norway could potentially lessen dependence on China, the current dominant supplier. Rare earth elements are critical for clean energy technologies like EVs and wind turbines. The future of the EV market remains uncertain. Factors like consumer demand, technological advancements, and government policies will all play a role. A more nuanced approach is needed, acknowledging both the hurdles and opportunities. Instead of focusing solely on negativity, a productive approach would need to be explore ways to increase EV adoption. Investigate the reasons behind slower EV uptake and address concerns about range, charging infrastructure, and affordability. That's understanding consumer needs. For technological innovation, explore advancements in battery technology, charging infrastructure, and sustainable materials to make EVs more attractive options. Incentivizing change. Analyze the effectiveness of existing government incentives and consider additional policies to encourage EV adoption. By fostering a more balanced conversation and working toward solutions, we can ensure a smoother transition to a sustainable future for transportation. While the EV market faces some challenges, a recent discovery in Norway offers a glimmer of hope. Breaking China's dominance, mining firm Rare Earths, Norway announced the discovery of Europe's largest deposit of rare earth elements, also known as REEs. This discovery holds significant implications for the clean energy transition, particularly in Europe's quest to lessen dependence on China, which currently dominates the REE market. Rare earth elements are crucial components in many clean energy technologies, including electric vehicle motors and wind turbine generators. The demand in these elements is expected to surge in the coming years as the world strives towards a sustainable future. The newly discovered deposit, located at the Finn Carbonatite Complex in southeastern Norway, boasts an estimated 8.8 million metric tons of total rare earth oxides. While economically viable extraction might be a decade away, this discovery presents a significant opportunity for Europe to secure its own rare earth element supply chain. Importantly, the deposit is estimated to contain roughly 1.5 million metric tons of magnet-related rare earths, vital for electric vehicle motors and wind turbine generators, and this could significantly bolster Europe's clean energy ambitions by reducing reliance on foreign sources for these critical materials. The discovery of Europe's largest rare earth deposit is a welcome development for the clean energy transition. While challenges remain, Norway's newfound resource offers a potential pathway towards a more secure and sustainable future. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the potential of an electric Ferrari, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more updates on cutting-edge automotive news. And make sure you let us know your own thoughts in the comments below.